Let's go back to 1996.
499 H.R. 3396, an act to define and protect the institution of marriage.
After sailing through both congressional chambers, the Defense of Marriage Act was signed into law by President Bill Clinton, denying federal recognition of same-sex marriages, thus denying gay couples of benefits afforded to straight couples. Fairness Campaign Executive Director Chris Hartman was a teenager.
But I already had openly gay friends, though I wasn't out in 1996, and it was disappointing.
Hartman is holding out hope that Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell has evolved in his thinking. McConnell voted for DOMA then. So did everyone else in Kentucky's congressional delegation. 26 years later, every Kentucky House member except for Democratic Congressman John Yarmuth voted against the Respect for Marriage Act, which would codify the Obergefell Supreme Court decision into law and would repeal DOMA.
It is a downright shame that Kentucky's Republican congressional delegation refuses to acknowledge, accept, and protect LGBTQ families in Kentucky.
We reached out to every Kentucky congressman about their votes. Congressman James Comer has not gotten back to us. Congressman Thomas Massie kept his response brief, saying, quote, "Marriage law is the domain of state legislatures," end quote. But we did notice the other three congressmen, Andy Barr, Hal Rogers, and Brett Guthrie, all struck a similar tone, scoffing at House Democrats for holding a vote that Republicans view as a political stunt.
If they thought that marriage wasn't in jeopardy, why didn't they just go ahead and vote for the bill?
Many Republicans explain their no votes by citing Justice Samuel Alito's majority opinion in the Dobbs case, that the decision to overturn Roe applied to abortion and abortion alone. However, Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas wrote in his concurring opinion that the court might want to reconsider decisions on contraception, same-sex intimacy, and same-sex marriage.
Now the court has proven that nothing is sacred, that they could overturn anything at any moment that they want to.
Toward the end of their respective statements, Congressman Andy Barr and Hal Rogers do touch on the substance of the bill, if only slightly. Barr writing, quote, that the bill is less about codifying same-sex marriage and more about expressing scorn and intolerance for people of faith who have a sincerely held religious belief in favor of traditional marriage, end quote. Hal Rogers said he, quote, will continue to stand firmly with my constituents across southern and eastern Kentucky who value the biblical definition of marriage.
I think if given the opportunity to overturn the Obergefell decision, to vote for the Defense of Marriage Act from 1996 again, they would absolutely do it.
As for this bill's future, Senator Rand Paul has not returned our request for comment on how he'll vote. And McConnell says he'll delay announcing his plans until he sees what Majority Leader Chuck Schumer wants to put on the floor. In Lexington, Mike Valenti, LEX 18 News.